GTA 6's second trailer dropped, and mate, it's packed tighter than Trevor's plane on a TPI delivery run. We've got iguanas under porches, raccoons in the rubbish, and a certain one-armed gun nut somehow back in the spotlight. But while the average player saw a pretty trailer, you and I, we saw secrets. And let me tell you, Rockstar has absolutely outdone themselves with trailer 2 of GTA 6. We expected high production value, yeah, but what we got was basically a Hollywood teaser with more crime, more chaos, and way more reptiles? Seriously? From the first glimpse of Jason's scruffy mug to Lucia kicking someone's jaw into next Tuesday, every frame of this trailer is dripping with detail. There are nods to leaks, nods to lore, and even nods to, raccoons. I mean, who doesn't love a trash panda? Right out of the gate, as we first get eyes on Jason's place in Leonida Keys, something catches your eye. A cheeky little iguana legging it across the screen. Doesn't even hesitate. Just bolts under the porch like it's late for tea, and clearly reckons it owns the joint. Now, that small moment says a lot without a single word. First off, it lines up nicely with what we clocked in the first trailer. We're not just getting some stock standard birds flapping about up the top. No, it is full-blown, wildlife-rich ecosystem. We're talking proper local fauna, iguanas and all, cruising about the burbs like it's just another Tuesday. Alright, let's wind it back to the very start of trailer 2, around the 9-second mark. We can catch up with Jason on the roof. Sleeves rolled up, clearly mid-DIY session. Then Brian, the boss bloke, yells up,
"What you doing up there?"
And Jason fires back,
"I'm just fixing some leaks."
No argument there. But that line lands a bit differently. Rockstar's not usually one for wading into the drama or making public statements, so this is their way of throwing shade. A quiet, we see you moment. Subtle? Absolutely. But savage? Oh mate, that is vintage Rockstar. Just a few beats after Jason drops this line about fixing some leaks, if you're paying close attention, and I mean really squinting at the background, you'll catch a raccoon going full goblin mode in a wheelie bin. Looks innocent enough, right? Just a critter out for a cheeky midnight snack. But here's where things get juicy. That exact raccoon animation lifted straight out of the 2022 GTA 6 leaks. Yep, same movement, same attitude, same trash pilfering paws. Rockstar didn't scrub it from memory or pretend it never happened. Nope, they cleaned it up, polished it off, and dropped it into the final trailer like a mic. That isn't a coincidence, it's a flex and a proper power move, and what we call a proper gamer move. Instead of burying the leaked content, Rockstar turned it into a wink and a nudge moment. It's like saying, yep, we know you saw it, and guess what? We're owning it. Subtle? Yeah. Funny? Definitely. Early on in trailer 2, we meet a bloke named Brian. He's got the vibe of your classic landlord / side hustler, the kind of guy who'd chase you for rent and try to flog your dodgy supplements on the side. We see him having a go at Jason, the usual carry on about slacking off and how other tenants actually pay rent. You know, real charming fella. But then, right as he's heading out the door, at about the 24-second mark, he throws back this singer.
"See you, Brian. Love you, Jason."
Hang on a sec, that's not your average boss to employee chat. And I've had some weird workplaces in my day, but that one's next level awkward. And that's where the rabbit hole begins. This community's already frothing with theories. Is Brian Jason's dad? A mate of the family? Maybe some sort of mentor with baggage? Or is he really just an intense landlord with boundary issues? We don't know for sure yet, but one thing's clear. Rockstar doesn't do random. Every line, every eyebrow twitch, there's a reason. And Brian, he's definitely not just background noise. Based on what we've picked up so far, it looks like Brian's going to be the one pulling the strings. The bloke who nudges Jason towards the drug game. Think less, do the dishes, and more cook up something dodgy in the shed.
"Just go get me my checks."
Alright, let's zoom in on Jason for a moment, literally. At around 27 seconds in trailer 2, we get our first good close-up of the bloke. And he's looking a bit different than we remember in trailer 1. Gorner's the cleaner cut version. He's now rocking shorter hair and a proper scruffy beard, like he's been through a few things, maybe a few too many. At first glance, you might just chalk it up to a style tweak. Maybe he's embracing the Leonida humidity and said, bugger it, off with the mop. But this is Rockstar we're talking about, and they don't just switch up a character's look for the fun of it. This, my friends, is a subtle signal. A quiet little nod that we're likely seeing scenes from later in the story. A bit of a time jump, if you will. It's the kind of visual storytelling that Rockstar is famous for, showing us just how Jason has changed, not just in looks, but in life. Different hair, rougher beard, heavier eyes. It's evolution in real time. And while there's no flashing time skip graphic, make no mistake, this is Jason further down the road. And whatever's happened between trailer 1 and now, it's probably not been all sunshine and rainbows. Just after the 30-second mark in trailer 2, we catch Jason behind the wheel, cool as ever. Left hand gripping the wheel, and that's when you spot it. A little detail tucked under his sleeve, a paratrooper tattoo. Now, blink and you'll miss it, but if you know your military ink, and I've seen enough war flicks and Call of Duty loadouts to recognise the badge, you'll clock it straight away. That's a parachute emblem, the kind worn by soldiers who've done actual jumps. Usually the real deal blokes from elite units, special forces stuff. And suddenly a few other things start to click. The way Jason moves, that calm, measured way he handles pressure, the controlled aggression when things get messy. Yeah, that's not your average street crook behaviour. That's training. That's discipline. That's someone who's been through the ringer long before Vice City ever gave him a reason to pick up a firearm. That little tattoo, it says more than a 5-minute cutscene ever could. At around the 36-second mark in trailer 2, we have a real clear shot of some signboards, and they pretty much spell it out. Directions pointing to downtown, VCI Airport and Southside. Yep, that seals the deal. Vice City, this time it's bigger, badder and way more fleshed out, borrowing heavily from real-world Miami, not just in style, but in scale and layout too. Sure, the vibes are there, the palm trees, the pastel buildings, that sticky heat you can feel through your screen. This isn't just a nostalgia trip, it's a reinvention with a few Easter eggs for the OGs and a whole new sandbox for the rest of you. At the 2:09 mark in trailer 2, the screen suddenly cuts to a wild, over-the-top ad for Phil's ammunition. Explosions, guns, the whole Yankee Doodle shebang. And who's front and center yelling at the camera like it owes him money? Phil bloody Cassidy. Yep, that Phil. The one-armed, grenade-happy veteran we will remember from GTA 3 and Vice City. The bloke who helped Tommy Vercetti turn half the map into a smoking crater. Seeing him now in crisp HD, fronting a weapons shop infomercial like he's auditioning for late night telly. It's glorious. Utter chaos, classic Phil. But here's the kicker, and it's not just the community scratching their heads, both arms. Yep, old mate is looking symmetrical this time round. No missing limb, no explanation, just a fully limbed Phil yelling about tactical shotguns like it's 2002 all over again. Now, whether this is retcon, a flashback, a dream sequence, or just Rockstar being delightfully weird, we don't know yet. But one thing's for sure, Rockstar hasn't forgotten its roots. They know what fans love, and they're not afraid to sprinkle in a few legacy legends. And if Phil's back in business, well, who else might crawl out of the chaos next? At around 40 seconds in the trailer, we catch Jason in what might be his most alpha moment yet. Shirt off, sun out, repping some serious iron on the beach. And not just any beach bench press, mind you. Look closely and you'll spot the weight plates branded with Gains, Rockstar's very own in-universe gym label. Now sure, it looks like your standard show-off scene, bit of flexing, bit of glistening biceps, but this ain't just eye candy. It feels like a cheeky callback to San Andreas. You know, when CJ could hit the gym, bulk up, or skip leg day and walk around looking like a noodle. It was one of those quirky mechanics that actually affected gameplay, from stamina and strength to how NPCs reacted to you. And fans are already buzzing. Could we be getting fitness mechanics back in GTA 6? Imagine hitting the weights to improve your melee damage, or doing cardio to run faster from the cops, or griefers. It's the kind of detail Rockstar loves to sneak in, tiny on the surface, but huge in terms of immersion. So yeah, Jason's getting swole, but this might be more than just beachside vanity. It could be Rockstar quietly telling us, hope you're getting ready to grind, both in missions and at the gym. And while Jason's busy repping serious weight around 40 seconds, take a closer squiz. Not at the muscle, but his ears. He's sporting a pair of slick, white, wireless earbuds. Rockstar's in-universe answer to AirPods, probably branded as Fruit Pods, no? Because of course they are. Now this tiny bit of tech does more than just modernise Jason's vibe. It's not just, hey, here's a cool dude benching with gadgets. It's a subtle nod to where Rockstar might be taking gameplay next. Could these Fruit pods let players stream music on the go, maybe take mission calls quietly in public, even swap radio stations without pulling up the full UI. We've seen phones and headsets used cleverly in past GTAs. This might be the next logical step. Sure, Rockstar haven't confirmed anything yet, but they don't throw in branded earbuds just for the fashion points. This feels like a breadcrumb, a quiet signal that interactivity and immersion are getting another upgrade in GTA 6. And let's be honest, being able to punch in a playlist while sprinting from the cops in flip-flops and gym shorts, that's the kind of chaos we're here for. At the 1 minute and 2 second mark of the trailer, we get a blink and you'll miss it shot of Lucia strolling out after a prison release. And if you hit pause, right just there, there is an ankle monitor. Easy to gloss over if you're not looking for it, but this little chunk of plastic and circuitry, it's carrying a ton of story weight. It's not just a quirky wardrobe choice, it's a symbol. Lucia might be walking free, but she's still got one foot firmly stuck in the system. The ankle monitor is a constant reminder she's being watched, tracked, judged. Every move she makes is under scrutiny. What's clever is this isn't the first time we've seen it. If you go back to the promotional artwork from trailer 1, that same monitor's strapped to her leg here too. So this isn't just a blink and forget moment, it's a Rockstar underlining it. Lucia's freedom isn't total, it's conditional. And that adds a layer of tension to every scene she's in. One bad step, one wrong job, and she is not just dodging cops, she's risking being hauled straight back inside. It's that classic Rockstar storytelling. Nothing said outright, but everything shown. Now, if you've played GTA for more than, say, 10 minutes, you'll know this isn't how things used to work. Traditionally, if you so much as breathe funny near a cop, boom, guns drawn, 5 stars, chopper overhead, and you're tasting pavement before you can say, hey, he just bumped into me. But around the 46-second mark in trailer 2, something strange happens. We see the cops actually arresting people, like properly. No tasers, no instant shotgun to the face, just a good, old-fashioned collar and cuff. Calm, methodical, and professional. It's almost unsettling. Cops behaving like, actual law enforcement instead of trigger-happy Terminators. This looks like Rockstar flexing its new NPC behavior systems. Something more grounded, more reactive. Less, you looked at me funny, and more, let's assess the threat first. It's a small shift, but it changes the tone in a big way. Makes the world feel more real, more alive, and just a bit more dangerous. Because now you don't always know how the cops will respond. Cops that act like cops? Yeah, it feels weird to say, but yeah, I'm into it. Let's rewind to one of the most intense moments in trailer 2, right around the 1:45 mark. We see Jason and Lucia making a frantic escape from an apartment. Tension's high, heart's pounding, and everything's gone sideways. But there's a clever bit. Lucia's still wearing the same outfit she had on during that gas station robbery at the end of trailer 1, which tells us one thing loud and clear. This is the same timeline. The fallout, the getaway, the heat, and just as they're bolting, we hear someone, likely Brian, drop a line that hits like a gut punch. They got your name, your address, they got everything. Oof, that's not just panic, it's catastrophe. Suddenly it's not just about escaping a single robbery. This isn't a quick high score and wrong. This is bigger, way bigger. The feds, a rival crew, someone's got them dead to rights. Names, locations, the lot. Their anonymity is shot. Their faces are out there, and every move they make is now under a microscope. What we're seeing here is a minor shift in tone. This isn't your standard kind of nick a car, lose the stars kind of caper. This is that statewide kind of heat. A tangled web of consequences, enemies, and probably some very powerful people who really want them gone. So yeah, Jason and Lucia haven't just poked the bear, they've walked into the den and kicked it in the ribs. At around 1:54, we get one of Lucia's most savage moments yet. Out of nowhere, she slams a brutal kick straight into some poor bloke's chest during what looks like a makeshift cage match. It's quick, clean, and absolutely devastating. It doesn't look like a choreographed WWE street brawl type thing. It's the real deal. The kind of move you don't learn from a self-defense class. You have to be in the ring and going to war regularly to be able to pull something like that off. So Lucia doesn't just know how to fight, she is built for it. And that tracks with what Rockstar's already told us in her official bio. Her father taught her to fight as soon as she could walk. Not just training, but a way of life. Growing up where fists do the talking and where staying soft gets you hurt. Throw in her backstory, fighting to protect her family, and ending up behind bars, and suddenly this cage match. And at around 157, we get an absolute perler of a moment. Lucia's in the thick of it. Chaos, bullets, the whole lot. And then she casually whips out a grenade launcher and lets one rip. Classic Rockstar flair. Boom, everything goes flying. But it's what happens after the blast that really caught my eye. You've got this light SUV, probably one of those budget rentals you wouldn't trust on a gravel road, and it gets launched. We're talking full flip, proper Hollywood send-off. But sitting right next to it, a riot van. Big, heavy, armoured. And that thing barely even shudders. Just a little wobble and a dust cloud. So not random chaos, that's Rockstar flexing. Explosion physics now respects mass. So in GTA 6, it looks like what we're standing behind or hiding in actually matters. Lightweight hatchback? Yeah, bad cover. Might as well stand behind a beach umbrella. Park yourself next to a heavy van or truck and you've got a fighting chance. It's a small touch, but it speaks volumes. Rockstar's pushing for a level of realism and strategy we haven't seen in the series before. Right around the 45-second mark, we see Jason stepping out of a store. Nothing too flashy, but take a good look at his truck just parked outside. The front fender's a different colour. Doesn't match the door. Doesn't match the rest of the paint job. Looks like it's been pulled off a different vehicle entirely. And that's a big deal, because unlike GTA 5 and every title before it, where a quick detour to LS Customs and a couple $100 could magically buff out a car that's been through a small war, it looks like GTA 6 is aiming for a bit more realism. We're talking actual wear and tear, part by part repairs, visible damage that sticks around unless you do something about it. Owning a car might actually feel like, well, owning a car. Maintenance, upkeep, and a bit of personality built into every dent and dodgy repair. And honestly, I'm here for it. And that's the wrap on the juiciest bits for GTA 6 Trailer 2. And yeah, it looks like Rockstar's only just getting started. Between the nods to classic games, the deeper narrative threads, and the game-changing mechanics like realistic explosion physics and vehicle damage, GTA 6 doesn't look like a standard kind of upgrade. It looks like a whole new beastie. If you spotted something you missed, drop it in the comments. I love a good rabbit hole. And if you're keen to see how this ties into Trailer 1, or you want to check out my breakdown of the wild gas station scene, check out the video linked up top. Now, if you like this video and you'd like to see more, don't forget to tap that like button, subscribe for more GTA goodness, and hit the bell icon so you never miss an update. Stay safe, wash your hands, and we'll see you in the next one.